how to manually set up new campaigns in Adtomic. I showed you in a previous strategy how you can do that in 60 seconds using AI advertising. Let's say you're not that much of an AI fan, or you're somebody like me who wants real control over your PPC campaigns. You want to know exactly what's happening in it. You want to program all of the rules. You want to say which campaigns you want, etc., etc. That's me. Is that you? This is how you're going to set up your campaigns in Adtomic. First, go to the ad manager and then hit the button that says add campaign. Now, there's different things that you can do here. Let's talk about the guided way. All right. I would suggest using the guided if you are an experienced seller. If you're a new seller, you could do the quick one. But if you're a brand new seller, I recommend just going ahead and going straight to AI advertising. But let's say you're an experienced seller, hit guided. Now, the very first thing you're going to want to do is call your product group name for what the name of the campaigns is going to be. Let's just call this test campaign 1. Okay. Now, I like to do custom rules. All right. I'm going to show you in a future strategy how exactly to make those custom rules. Let's say you don't have custom rules yet, or you're not ready to go to that level. You can just take a bid algorithm and say, hey, you know what? I just want to do something old school. Like I want to have a target ACoS. If you have this selected, you'll have that. You can just set whatever your target ACoS is. Say, hey, 20%, 30%. And then if you do that, the suggestions that Helium 10 is going to give is going to be based on whatever your target ACoS is. Okay. Let's just go ahead and keep that here for now. We'll save this custom rules for later. The next step is, hey, pick which product you want to be advertising. All right. I personally suggest just advertising one product per campaign, but maybe you're the kind of person who wants to do multiple products. You're able to do that right here. Hit next on the browser. And then next up, you're going to put which campaign types do you want? Do you want to do sponsored display? Do you want to do sponsored brand, like a headline ad? Do you want to do sponsored products? Select all the ones that you want to keep going. Let's just go ahead in this situation and do sponsored products. By the way, guys, like I said before, I'm showing you how to do it in Adtomic, but this is kind of like the structure you want to do even if you don't have Adtomic, all right? So make sure you're paying attention. Once you have chosen which campaign types you want to create, go ahead and hit the next button. And now all of those campaigns are going to show up right here. You can see I've got 4 campaigns: an auto campaign, a research campaign that I'm going to choose as a broad campaign, performance campaign, that means an exact manual campaign, and then a product targeting campaign. That's an ASIN targeting campaign. You're going to want to select, hey, the default bid, what do you want it to be? 68 cents, $1, 50 cents. You just choose whatever you want. What do you want your daily budget to be? Make sure to set that. Once you do all that, go ahead and hit next. At this point, you're going to want to add your keywords. This is the first section, is add research keywords. Now for research keywords, I highly recommend choosing broad or phrase. Now this is important. This again has not much to do with Helium 10, but this is just my general strategy. It's good to have at least 3 keyword targeting campaigns. An auto campaign that can target both keywords and ASINs, a broad or a research campaign that is going to kind of like discover other keywords. Now, we have a lot of detailed training about as far as what is broad and phrase. So make sure to check our training in PPC Academy for that. But basically, these are good campaigns to do because Amazon might show you for keyword long tail keywords that you didn't even know you were indexed for and that you might not be indexed for, but Amazon can show them for you if you have the broad or phrase on. And then of course, auto campaigns, Amazon can show you for whatever it wants, right? So go ahead and choose maybe some couple keyword roots that you know are super important for your listing. Go ahead and throw it right here. I'll go ahead and say coffin shelf as a broad match and then add it to the right-hand side and it'll go ahead and add that as a broad match. The next one is performance keywords. Performance keywords are your exact match, all right? That broad keyword for coffin shelf, it might show me later on for coffin shelf for men, coffin shelf for women, large coffin shelf, pink coffin shelf. Those are like broad and phrase matches, right? If I say an exact match for coffin shelf, usually that means, all right, coffin shelf or coffin shelves, like it's taking that exact keyword, all right? So if you have done keyword research in Helium 10, make sure to put those top keywords you're trying to rank for into your performance campaign. After you've done that, let me go ahead and type in coffin shelf. Go ahead and hit next on the browser. Next, put your product targeting ASINs. This is ASINs, not keywords. So if you had done some research in like black box product targeting, you're like, hey, I want to target this product because I think I can steal some of their sales. Put those ASINs in here, add the target, and then hit next. Now you are on the final page that shows all of the settings that you just set up. I don't suggest right off the bat doing negative targeting. Just let the data show you when to do that. But now here is the rule group, all right? And as you can see, it already has highlighted how the campaigns are going to talk to each other. So it's looking for search terms in any of these campaigns you created. And again, this goes for if you use Atomic or not. This is a good strategy to do. All right. So now it says, hey, if I find a keyword in my auto campaign that hits a certain performance criteria, and by the way, if I want to go ahead and set that performance criteria, I can do that here. I can say, hey, I want if it gets 2 PPC orders and it has to have a less than or equal to 40% ACoS. This is not a magic number, guys. I'm just making stuff up here. You guys do whatever rule you want it to do, then create a new target in the selected ad group. So you see what's going to happen here? All of these 4 campaigns I just started, they're going to start talking to each other. So it says, if I find a keyword in an auto campaign that gets 2 orders, go ahead and create a B for not Bradley, B for broad match target in my broad campaign, my research campaign. At the same time, if I find a keyword that gets 2 sales, go ahead and also put that as an exact match in my performance campaign. What happens if I find an ASIN here in my auto campaign that hits this criteria of 2 orders? I'm telling it, you know what? Go ahead and tell me to put it into my product targeting campaign. So this is what we call keyword harvesting rules. And this is my very first keyword harvesting rule that I'm setting up so that all of my campaigns can talk to each other. Once I'm happy with these results, I just have to hit this button at the very bottom right that says launch campaigns, and boom goes the dynamite. I am ready to go with 4, 5, or 6 campaigns, depending on how much I had set up. So again, if you want hands-off approach to advertising, choose AI advertising. If you are one of those kind of control freaks like I am, you're not going to want to use AI advertising. You want to use the Helium 10 manual campaign creation so that you can set up your own rules about how you want your campaign to talk to each other and what kind of suggestions you want Helium 10 to give to you.